Hey guys, it's Tony with Wood Trap Outdoors. I've got another BattlBox for you, and it's a special one because it's Mission 120, the 10th year anniversary. Hang tight. All right, guys, welcome back. Here we go. I've got a couple emails I want to address here, and you'll see why. This comes from Mick from Monaco, Wisconsin. He says, I remember hearing you say a few years ago that you wouldn't cover another subscription box company because they were not worth the investment. I see that you are still doing reviews and writing articles for BattlBox. Please explain the change of heart. Yes, Mick, I remember who you are, all the emails that you have sent over the years. Appreciate your input, positive or negative. Okay, so to answer this question, you're right. You're referring to a project that we did many years ago when our subscribers asked us to look at some subscription boxes for a project that was going to just kind of introduce and cover all these new emerging companies that were coming out there. And after that, I made the comment, and in the article I wrote that the companies that were reviewed were none that I would actually get out there and say, we endorse them, we recommend them. Not one of them. Most of them had something in it that was good, but the rest of it was just garbage. So I backed off and said, no more, let's don't waste any time on anything like this again. And then several of you, many of you, wrote and said, did you try BattlBox? We had never even heard of BattlBox. So we reached out, we got together, they sent us the first box, and we were all impressed with it. Everybody was impressed with it. And so we reached out and made an agreement that we would check it out for the next couple of months. And it just was a consistent win all around. And when we did our research on pricing, on product availability, their customer service, it was something that I thought, man, these guys have got some corn in the crib. And then what really solidified it for me is when I got in touch with, we'll just call him a representative, but he was in the know. He was at the top, and he convinced me that BattlBox was serious and was going to be around for a long time, and they sure have. So the reason that we still do this is because we still believe in BattlBox. We still believe whether you are a Boy Scout trying to get his kit together for the first time, or you are Joe, the big game hunter that is trying to upgrade some equipment. BattlBox has got something for everyone. So that's the answer. And until they prove us different, that's the way it'll continue to be, because we feel like we are benefiting the people that read us and follow us and hang out. So BattlBox, yeah, great bang for your buck. The other one came from a fella in Texas. I'm thinking it's a fella, I hope it is. Big Hoss, Waco, Texas. And listen, I can tell you a funny story about not asking about names in Texas. I met a guy named Bubba one time, and I made the mistake of asking him for his real name, and he said, it's Bubba. It got bad from there. So anyway, this is what Big Hoss wrote to us. He says, appreciate your perspective on BattlBox. As a longtime Pro Plus subscriber, I am always looking for the best product I can find to take care of all my blades and tools. Are there any discussions about putting bush butter in a future box? I tell you what, Big Hoss, there's been some discussions, and not anything serious. Well, let me say that, there's discussions going on And it's possible it might happen someday. I don't know. But if it doesn't, you can go out to woodtrampoutdoors.com and get what you need there. All right, so we hope we can get together. But in the meantime, look what we got. We have got mission number 120, the 10th year anniversary. And again, they've hit it out of the park. Every box in this particular mission is stellar, and that's the truth. So let me get right off into this, and I'm going to try to make sure we don't have a lot of airtime here in between my comments. So, all right, the basic box this month has 3 different items in it. All of them, everything in here is related to fire in some way, shape, or form. Okay, and the first item is an Exotac Fire Sleeve Mini. We've seen several of these. We got them all over. Our crew loves these. Everybody that we run into contact with, you see these Exotac fire sleeves that holds the Bic lighter. We had all the regular size ones. That's all the ones I've got here are the regular size ones. You see these chest rigs back here. That's Mo's chest rig. My chest rig's over here. Both of them has fire sleeves in it from Exotac. This one happens to be the mini for the smaller Bic lighters, if that's your flavor. What I like about this compared to the other ones, Exotac has figured out a way to be able to add a small little lanyard on it that allows it to, I call it a lanyard. It's a, it's a piece of rubber that holds, that keeps you from discharging the fuel involuntarily. It's a gas lock is what they say, so I'm leaving it in the package because I know that I'm going to be giving this away to an individual. So, but what a great ad. And then the next one is, we're talking fire. This is from Dextreme. This is the Dextreme fire plugs. And yes, we've heard a lot from you asking, how many times are they going to put fire plugs in a box? I don't know. I hope they don't stop, because every time they do, we just replenish and pass out and give away. And I can't tell you what is different because they do not put the ingredients on this bag, but it is flammable. I can tell you that. These things work. You get them wet, they work. All you do is got to open them up like that, hit it with a ferro rod. Flint and steel will ignite these as well. Bic lighter, obviously, man. These things will fire up in the rain if they get wet or whatever. So it's a good ad, and don't be a hater because you see them more than not. Again, I like to see these things about every 4 months or whatever. I tell you what you can do with these. Okay, if you think you've got too many, get yourself a Ziploc bag. They've got the half sandwich style, and put you about 10-15 plugs in a bunch of those bags, and you can put them in your various kits. You can put them in your e-bags, your home preparedness station. You can put them in your glove box, in the console of your truck. You can put them in your side-by-side, your motorcycle bag. You see what I'm saying? These can go anywhere. And this particular company also gave you an extra 10% off card here. So that's good. Very good ad. Fire cannot be downplayed too much. I know people, poo-poo Les Stroud. I've got a lot of respect for Les Stroud. And he and I were discussing what the number one outdoor skill, survival skill you should learn. And he said you should be able to make fire anywhere, anytime, under any condition, any weather, anywhere in the world. And I tend to agree with it. Fire is very, very important. Of course, it's just depending. But there you go. You're making fire. All right. Then the last thing from the basic box comes from Uberleben. We've seen a lot of stuff from Uberleben. I have things, in our inventory that you've never seen in a BattlBox. And what impresses me is the technology that they incorporate, and then their manufacturing of quality products. Okay, this particular item
is a BattlBox exclusive right here for mission number 120. And this is the Zuden ferro rod. Okay? A lot of you already have ferro rods. I got that, but you can never have too many. And that's the truth. 2 is 1, 1 is none. Never forget that. All right? I am not going to strike this, but I can tell you that it is a very, very good ferro rod. It's a particularly awesome ad that, you know, I think we're going to end up gifting this as well. Because fire is good. All right, that's the basic box. Now let's move on to the advanced box. And you have got, it says 2 items, you know, but you know, there's 3 items that goes with this. And they also have to do with fire, but instead of making fire, it is for fire suppression. The first item comes from Prepared Hero. It's the emergency fire blanket. And basically, I'm not going to open this up because it is designed that when you open it, you use it. But what this is designed to do is to take out, deploy it, throw it over the fire. It will smother it right now. I have seen this on film, seen videos of it, fire department showing how to use these in a kitchen fire. Works great, grease or whatever. But I have seen these demonstrated out in campfire settings, you know, to show how well they work. These are a great ad, and you can, if you want to, you can hang it in your pantry, you know, to where if you have a fire, just yank this down and throw it on your fire. You can put it on your, you know, or inside a cabinet somewhere, but from what I've seen, hanging it from this little eyelet right here is the best thing to do, because when you open this up, you see the black strap right here? You're yanking it down. If you got to hold this like this, it'll work, but you're going to be much slower. You know, so I recommend hanging that up. But that's a great ad right there. This is called the Fire Blanket XL. They do make different sizes. This one is 47 by 71, big enough to do a kitchen fire. All right. Then the next thing is also from Prepared Hero. There are 2 of them. It says Dual Spray Protection Kit. These are the boxes right here. They are 2 different fire extinguishers. One is a Vapor Clean Fire Spray. The other one is a Dry Stop Fire Spray. Effective on Class A, B, and C. The other one is protection against Class D and Class K, which is cooking oils and fats and stuff like that. So that is another firefighter for you. I love the idea of this. I think every kitchen should have these, every home should have these, because you never know what you might catch on fire in your kitchen. This is what they physically look like. I like the size, I like everything about this, except I would say I wish they would have did something different. It's this. These look so much the same, that under a high, intense pressure situation, like when your stuff's on fire, your kitchen's on fire, going up, burning up your cat, people are going to panic. These look the same. I think that they should have made one maybe red or yellow, whatever, just so the colors were different. But that's nitpicking. I get it, so I apologize for my nitpick. But it's the truth. So that is the advanced box, perfect for this month, that's for sure. That moves us on to the Pro Box, and this one is really, really fun. I've got a lot of friends that own these. This one comes from Kelly Kettle, and it's called the Trekker Camp Kettle and Hobo Stove. These are very interesting in regards to boiling water. Now, this particular item is your hobo stove, but this is Kelty Kettle right there. I've seen a lot of these used. Day hikers, use these. A lot of mountain bikers use these, but they're so simple to use, man. You just throw your tinder down in there, get it going. You fill this up with water here. It has a vented stopper, so when it starts boiling, the steam will come out, right? And look at that right there. See that? That's how this thing works. That's the magic of this dude. It is an enclosed chimney, and the airflow comes through the bottom, goes up, and burns very efficiently, right? It's not a gasification stove, so it won't be as efficient as that, but it is very efficient, keeps the wind off of you, and these heat water very, very quickly, right? And then, in this particular kit, it comes with what they call the hobo stove, which just goes right on top like that. Now, I think we received a question, can you use the hobo stove and the kettle at the same time? You know, I guess you can. It's not going to really impede it, but I don't recommend it. I'd recommend using it as it's designed. You know, if you need a stove, use a stove. If you want to heat water, you heat your water. But either way, listen, man, that's dope. That is a really great ad, quality product. You're not going to get any better. You know, I mean, if you're looking for a fast way to heat water, this happens to be right at the top of the list for that. So that is great on this Kelly Kettle Trekker. All right, let me see here. Was there something else that I wanted to mention here? They do have the bag. It all fits in this bag, this stuff sack, which is good. You know, anytime you're burning stuff, carbon's going to get on it, that's for sure. So we'll put that off to the side. And that leads us to the Pro Plus box. And this month, this has got a fixed blade in it. It says, a knife is more than a blade and an extension of your hand in the wilderness. This is called the CIVIVI Cloud Peak. Okay, let me give you a little dope about this. The steel is D2, and it has G2 handles. It says, let me read it. Okay, it's an OD green G10 with nickel silver guard. The blade is a satin finished D2 steel. The sheath is brown leather with a black lanyard. The overall length is 9.51 inches, and the blade is 4.6 with a cutting edge of 4.17. Okay, all that being said there. All that being said. Let's take a look at it because it says more by looking at it, okay? CIVIVI is a very good knife company. They've come a long way. And this is proof that they are really evolving in a dynamic direction. Okay? How about unsnapping it? Somebody was looking at this. Somebody had this out. Look at this. That is a very, very nice blade. Okay? It is put together really well. It's full tang. It doesn't have an exposed pommel, which is a bummer for me, but nonetheless, overall, this is a very handy dandy knife. Good feel to it. It's well balanced. Something for everyone there. That's called the Peak. I don't mind D2 steel. You know, it has really evolved over the years, and it's not a bad steel for knives at all. It's not hard to sharpen out in the field. The leather sheath that comes with this is really nice. It's not bad at all. It does need to be treated, and I would suggest that you watch our video on how to form a leather sheath. I don't take any knives out that have a leather sheath without forming them first. And then after that, we'll treat it with bush butter to make sure that it doesn't rot and it repels water. You know, but yeah, that's my recommendation for that. So that is all 4 tiers. And this month's Pro Plus is a real winner. I mean, this, look at the welt on that there. That's nice. Really nice. Lanyard's nice on there. I like that. It's not paracord, but it could be used if you need to, right?
And then we gotta always mention this. You know, BattlBox is a bargain, that we've seen. You get the most bang for your buck with BattlBox in regards to subscription box companies, okay? But almost every month, they hook up with people that provide the gear. And they come up with cards like this, like I just showed you in the fire plugs. This one comes from, let me see, yeah, Prepared Hero, exclusive 30% off. You know, so not only do you get the bargain prices that you find in BattlBox, but with these cards, especially 30%, you got to add that to your value. You know, so that's really good. And then, you know, BattlBox just being BattlBox, because you are a subscriber. For their 10th year anniversary, they are giving out these golden tickets to everyone that gets a box. And you don't know what's going to be down here in the giveaway scratch off for a chance to win. We scratched it off. It says $10 off shop. So thank you. Thank you. Where's the confetti? It's 10-year anniversary. No horns? No dancing bears? Yeah, okay, we're being silly now. But thanks a lot for watching. That's BattlBox mission number 120. Look forward to mission number 121. You notice they get better and better every month. So until next time, you guys stay safe out there no matter what you're doing.